Happiness, fulfillment, passion, and success. It's what we all want, but it's not always so easy to come by. Welcome to Crossroads. My name is Vescio Wilcox, and I'm your host. I help people realize their dreams. As a life coach, marketing professional, and small business entrepreneur, I figured out a way to make my dreams come true. With this program, Crossroads, my goal is to inspire and motivate people like you to take charge of your life, consider all the possibilities available, and help you make changes that will lead you to pursuing your dream and have the most meaningful and fulfilling life possible.
Welcome to Crossroads. My name is Vescio Wilcox, and I'm your host. Crossroads has gone to the dogs, literally. Today we'll be talking about various aspects of pet care. In full disclosure, we're going to be talking a little bit about my business, Leashrly Life, that offers dog walking, pet sitting, and obedience training services to the local community. We cover the areas of Norfolk, Wrentham, Foxborough, Franklin, Medfield, Millis, and recently we expanded our services to the Dedham, Norwood, and Westwood area. One of the reasons I started the business was I wanted to fill a need in the area. Not only do I love working with animals, but I also felt like there was a lot of people in the community that really didn't have the time to cater their dogs in the way that they would have liked to, or their pets. So, they may not have had enough time to walk them or to play with them or to train them. So, I saw this need and I felt, I wanted to be able to see if there was a way to help out. So that's sort of how Leashrly Life came to be. So the first part of our program, we're going to be speaking with Cathy Wesalowski, who is a member of the Leashrly Life team, and she's done a couple of different roles with us, so we'll be talking with her. And then later on in the program, we're going to be speaking with Moran, and we're going to be meeting her beautiful dog, Jake, and who's actually a client of Leashrly Life. So that'll be a little bit later on. So let's get started. Cathy, thank you so much for coming. Good morning. I really appreciate you being here.
Not a problem.
Okay. So let's just start. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my God, myself. It's a lot to say. I don't know if I can do it all in 13
all
minutes.
All right, well, take your time.
So what had happened was retired early in life and was extremely bored and needed something to fill a void in my life. I saw an ad for Leashrly Life on Norfolk Net, and I answered the ad. And it was to do marketing for the company. So it was right up my alley because having a business background and the love of talking with people, it was right in my backyard. And to top it off, I got to play with my favorite thing, which is animals. So I started a year ago, May, and have connected with a lot of different businesses. The marketing kind of goes with my personality because I love to help people. So in marketing for the company, I did a lot of things, talked to a lot of people with like businesses that had anything to do with pets, be it a vet or a pet supply company or a groomer or a dog wash or anything like that. Anything I could think of that where there would be people who had the same love of animals so that we could try to build our businesses together. And I met a lot of really nice people. I've learned a lot about the area by talking to some of the people in the area who have the small businesses, have been in the area for a long time,
right.
Really long time.
Yeah.
And we've grown the business, which has been great. And we go everywhere from Bellingham to Dedham. So it's all good. Yeah, I've connected with a lot and seen a lot of really fun things. The best fun thing, I thought, last year down in Mansfield, they had a jumping contest for the dogs.
Nice.
I don't remember who sponsored it, but they had this huge pool of water in this parking lot, and dogs came and competed to see how far they jumped. It was absolutely hysterical. I loved it. It was a lot of fun to watch. But so different things like that, and I like to be outside, so it was right up my alley, you know. And of course, you know, I fill in for walkers when they're on vacation.
Right.
Or,
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about the
that's,
walking,
oh
the dog
my God.
walking, which is completely different than the marketing
the walking.
piece.
I had a client this year in Medfield. It was 2 Springer Spaniels. One was a puppy, and Belle was, I think, 5 or 6 years old. Well, this little teeny puppy, Louie, absolutely, oh my God, how could anybody I just wanted to eat him up. He was just adorable. Big floppy ears, a little waggly tail, you know, just, so I'd be at home with my husband, working, doing whatever around the house, and 10:30 would come and I'd say, I have to go. And my husband would say, well, where are you going? I said, my therapy job. So I'd drive over to Medfield and open the crate, and there would be Louie with this big smile, just attacking me with kisses. It was just wonderful. Great people, great dogs. And then I had another client over in Franklin. They were 2 little teeny teacup poodles. Oh my God, they were like little stuffed animals. It just, you know, so it's been a lot of fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you smile.
Oh, I'm sure. You know,
Yeah.
we hear that a lot from people where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you know, the walkers are the best, you know, ever because they just love their job, they love their animal, pets, and, you know, it's just, we hear that so many times.
Well, you don't want to lose the child within, and I think that animals do that. They help to bring out the child in you,
Right,
you
right.
know, and you need to smile
Right.
and laugh in life, so.
And so what's your favorite part of both like the walking and the marketing? What pieces did you like the most?
Oh my gosh. Well, my little Louie I love. And I mean, I got into all this too, because like I have a love of animals. I have 2 Portuguese water dogs of my own, and they're extreme high maintenance, very high energy dogs. So we're always, you know, playing Frisbee, or let's go for a swim, or,
Right.
you know, never a dull moment with those 2. I think just being with people, like I said, I'm a people person, and the retirement thing for me just didn't work out because I love my husband and I love my home, but there's only so much of it you can do, you know?
Right, right.
So meeting people, talking with people, helping people connect with other people gives me great pleasure to assist them.
Yeah. And then the dog piece.
The dog piece, forget it. I'm just like a marshmallow around animals.
Right,
so.
right. So
Yeah.
did you have a favorite pet that you were, I know you talked about Louie, but you've dealt with quite a few.
I've dealt with a lot of them, and I have to, well, besides my own, because, you know, they're in my heart. Louie was like terrific.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he was a puppy, so I got to watch him grow up and
Right.
train him, and
Right, right.
you know, and so I had a great relationship with him.
Yeah.
You know, the sad part is he's gone for the summer. His owners are teachers,
Yeah.
so he's gone for the summer, so I don't see him anymore, and I miss him.
Right.
You know,
right.
that's hard. That's the hard part of dog walking is, you know, or, you know, maybe it's an older dog and they pass on or whatever, and
Right.
you have as much of an attachment to them as the owners do.
Right. Yeah, we
you know?
we see that all the time where
Yeah.
our walkers get so involved with
Yeah.
them. They're almost like their second child in
Right.
a way. They may have their own pets, but
That's
then they have
right.
their second child,
Yeah.
and you know, and it's great. And then sometimes we might lose the client because they've moved, or you know, their
Yeah.
situations changed. Then we're like, oh no, we don't have that dog anymore. But it's so nice to like see people connecting.
Yeah,
like
it is.
that.
It
Yeah.
is. You have a special relationship with them.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, talk a little bit about the clients that you had in terms of what was their situations. Did a lot of them just work full time, or?
Well, Louie, they got as a puppy, and they worked full time. As I said, they were teachers, so they weren't gone, you know, like 12-hour days or anything. But having a puppy, you need to, you know, get them out, you know, to train them. You know, they crate the dogs, and to let a puppy out every 3 hours is kind of hard when you're working.
Right, right.
And, you know, I know a lot of people, including myself, when I was a full-time career person, you know, my son wanted a dog, and I said, I'm sorry, there's nobody home to take care of it.
Right,
You know, and all of our dog walkers, I mean, they have the same passion for animals, and I know myself that, you know, I may have been in a situation once or twice where a client will say, well, come and just give them a 15-minute walk. Well, you can't do 15 minutes. You have to do, you know, it depends on what the dog needs.
Right,
You know,
right.
you might get a dog that likes to run, you know, and how can you say, okay, 15 minutes is up, we're
Right,
done
right.
running.
Just
And they
walking
still
around
want to
the block.
play.
Right,
So,
right.
you know, so you have to do what's right for the animal, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, so Louis was a, you know, full-time puppy teaching
And
kind
did
of thing.
you have a relationship with the client themselves? Like,
Yeah.
did you see them, or you left
Yeah.
a lot of notes for them? Or
We left notes every day with each other, and at the end of the school year, Mary Ellen had given me this enormous bouquet of all-colored daisies, absolutely
that's
beautiful.
nice.
But, you know, we'd leave notes for each other, you know. I think the first week I was there, I noticed that Louis had worms. So, you know, calling the clients saying, you know, I think that you better get him to the vet, kind of thing, you know.
Right.
Um,
So it's like you're looking out for this dog as if he's your
Absolutely.
own. He's your third dog.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And, you know, I had other, like the teacup poodles, it was just a one-time thing. The woman had to go, there was a death in the family, and she wasn't going to be home. And then I've had other clients who would go on vacation, and they had 3 dogs, one of which was diabetic. So we had to make sure that the diabetic dog got its insulin at a specific time every day, and that was so much fun. I'll tell you. That again, another therapy job.
Right.
3 dogs. One was a German Shepherd, one was a Dachshund, and one was a terrier, a little Yorkie.
Oh, right, right, right. This was Max. I remember
Yes.
Max.
Well,
and,
the Yorkie used to beat the bejesus out of the German Shepherd. It was just hysterical to watch them interact. It was so funny. But that Yorkie really ruled the roost in that house.
Yeah, they were
Really.
characters. Those.
Oh
three.
my gosh, it was so fun.
Yeah.
So they were on vacation for like 10 days, so I went by 3 times a day to play with the dogs,
Right.
feed them, you know.
Yeah, I remember them. They had a big yard,
Huge
yard that sort of
Huge yard. We
went
played
out
soccer.
to the fields, and
Yeah.
but they didn't leave the grounds really. They had plenty
No,
of space. But
yeah.
boy, did Max love to play with that ball.
Oh yeah, he did. But I'll tell you, that little Yorkie, oh my gosh, it was just, when I ever saw it the first time, I thought I just started laughing. It was really funny. Then we have another client that we just got a few months ago. It's a Labradoodle
Okay,
that lives here in town.
that's right. Yeah.
A puppy, and we go twice a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. And the first day I took him for a walk, he's, you know, this big, little puppy, you know, you're trying to get him to walk and relieve himself, and we come upon a fire hydrant, and he stops, and he barked, and he was just giving that fire hydrant and I just started laughing. It's fun.
Oh, that's
It's just
great.
fun.
That's
Yeah.
fun. Oh, that's
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of puppies. I noticed in the area.
Well, it's the
especially
season.
the season. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Getting tons of
And
puppies.
a lot of people, you know, they want to go away for the day to the beach or something, and they want their dogs taken care of for the day. And
Right.
then there was another client that I filled in for Linda. I think they're in Foxborough. Another little teeny dog. And oh my gosh, they had the dog confined to the kitchen, but the dog had completely chewed the kitchen tables, they had gates. It was like a jail cell. I'm
Oh,
like, how do
boy.
I get at the dog? It was really something, but cute as a button.
Oh,
Just
that's
really
great.
adorable. Really adorable.
Well, Cathy, thank you so much for taking the time out to come
Not
here
a
with
problem.
us.
It was
and
fun.
I really appreciate you
I love
being
it.
here.
I love the animals. So
Yeah, I know. I'm so glad to have you on the team, and it's just been great
You're a
working
great
with
team.
you. So I appreciate it. Well, now we're going to be talking with Anne Moran, and we're going to be meeting our beautiful, beloved friend Jake here, her pet. Anne, thank you so much for coming. Jake is actually one of our best customers here at Leashrly Life, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, your experiences with Leashrly Life and, pet care in general, and tell us a little bit about Jake. But why don't you start talking a little bit about yourself and your family? And
Okay. I live here in Norfolk. I have 2 sons and a husband. Very busy. My son Kevin is in the at the high school at KP and is in the music program. So any parent that's ever had a child in the music program knows how involved an entire family can be with it, which is wonderful, but it takes up a lot of time.
all right.
My other son is just graduated from college. Very busy, very active family. I also have a part-time job with the Boston Red Sox, and we have crazy work hours there, especially during the season. Do special community service projects as well, which takes up a lot of time, sometimes weekends, sometimes full days. So
Yeah.
it's varying
Very-
needs at any given day. And
Yeah.
always my calendar is full.
Right. So how does that impact your, lifestyle, impact you as a dog owner?
As a
So-
dog owner, well, we're a household that could not do without my dog Jake. We all just love Jake. And Jake, being a large dog, of course, needs his exercise. Exercise is key. So, on the days that I'm volunteering or working, there's just no way I can squeeze in a walk for him. Then I pick up the phone and call Leashrly Life, and it's a godsend. That's all I can say. It's wonderful because I want to come home to a dog that has been tended to, his needs taken care of, and a walk is a big component of that. He
Right.
needs at least
Yeah.
an hour
Yeah.
of a vigorous walk.
Right.
And then when I come home, you really can tell. He's happy, he looks at you, and it's just wonderful.
Makes a huge difference.
It makes a
huh?
huge
Yeah.
difference. Back when Jake was a puppy, I took him to puppy kindergarten classes.
Right.
You might have to need to go back. I don't know. But I remember the biggest piece of advice that I walked away from was that if the dog is misbehaving, is chewing up your furniture or clothing around the house, just being destructive, that it's not their fault.
Right.
They're just warm, loving animals.
Right.
It's that pent-up energy, and they
Right.
need to release it,
Right.
and that's just simply by going for a walk.
Right. Right.
And you've known me over the years.
right, right.
We walk in blizzards. We walk in pouring rain.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
And it's a win-win for everybody. So and it's so true. And now we have just a marvelous, wonderful dog, exuberant, but that's okay. He's not destructive.
Right.
And it's makes it for a happy household for everybody and a happy dog.
And why don't you share with folks on how you came to Leashrly Life and how we met?
Oh, how we met. Gosh, I don't know, 5 years ago maybe?
Probably
It
even
was-
longer than that. I think.
Maybe,
Oh, I
maybe
don't know,
6.
yeah.
It's through the Norfolk Recreation Department, through the Happy Dog Hike.
Right.
Every Wednesday groups, and we've gone every Wednesday for all these years, and walk at different reservations with all the dogs and
it makes a
everybody.
huge difference. As we know, like I bring my dog Maisie, and you have Jake, and they go and play, and then when they come home, they're like exhausted.
Oh, yes.
And it just makes for such a much calmer day.
Yes,
for
and it's
everybody.
wonderful for them to socialize, with other dogs as well, and it's their play group.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he knows when it's Wednesday. When we wake up, he paces around the house until it's time to leave.
Right.
So it's so it's been wonderful. Wonderful group of people, wonderful group of dogs.
Right. So what are your thoughts about, the Leashrly Life and other, and pet sitting companies in general, sort of?
I think I'd never heard of it really with my first golden retriever, but it's been it's just helped us so much. We've taken vacations where you have to take a plane, and Jake can't come with us. Right. You have the option of having somebody come in several times a day to feed him and then give him a good vigorous walk, and you have the option of Jake going for an overnight.
Right.
And I just know that he is loved. He's well taken care of.
Right.
Throughout a vacation, for instance, I receive messages and pictures that are sent to me through the phone and notes everywhere, and
so you can keep an eye on what he's doing.
Absolutely, and see what he's doing, and I see that big smile and surrounded by people and animals. So it's all
makes you
it's
feel
all wonderful.
So
It
you
makes
can
me
have
feel
fun.
amazing,
Yeah.
and I know that he's well taken care of, and
Right.
that just makes a world of difference, so that we can enjoy ourselves, whatever we're doing.
Right.
And also, I've called you folks just at could be just I need help that afternoon.
Right.
And
Because schedules change and
right,
things come up.
exactly,
Right.
things
Right.
come up, and I've never been turned down.
Yeah.
And also situations of surgeries. My husband had a major surgery last year, and I had to tend to him, and I had carpal tunnel surgery in February. So, there are times that you need
And then
somebody
Jake
to care.
had surgery as well.
And then Jake had surgery as well. He was a little too vigorous while chasing a squirrel and tore his ACL.
Oh,
But he's 100% now. So.
Great. And so now, you said you board Jake as well, but does Jake generally like being home more, during overnights or when you're away, or do you think he likes being in someone else's home?
I think it's 50-50. I think it depends upon the length of time that we are gone. We took a big trip last year to Ireland, and that was a little long for him to be in the house.
Right.
So I think he stayed a few nights on his own, and then he was taken to Terry's house, and it worked out well. But I think 1 or 2 nights, whenever he's
for
fine.
a weekend or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That he's comfortable in his home
Right.
and his surroundings. But if somebody comes in the morning and takes him out and feeds him and goes for a walk down the street,
Right.
and the big hike in the afternoon, and then a repeat performance in the evening.
Right,
So his needs are taken care of.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's good, because
wonderful.
I do know that there's some dogs that prefer to be home. They just don't like being in another home, or they're uncomfortable. And then there's other dogs that don't like being alone and kind of always want to be with somebody. So
Exactly,
it's nice to
exactly.
be able to have those options, to be able to say, oh, we're going to leave them for a couple of days here, or we're going to take them. So,
Yes, yeah.
it all depends on the dog, I think, too. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, look, he's doing paw now. Look at that. So what else? What would you like to tell other people who may be considering getting a pet?
That they just complete your family. They're warm, they're loving. Just always remember to exercise them, and the biggest advice is take advantage of services like Leashrly Life, and on days that you're just too busy, or you're going to the Cape, to the beach, or wherever, just make sure your dog's taken care of, and you just pick up the phone, and it's easy to arrange a visit, and makes everybody happy. It's just been wonderful for us to have that.
Well, talk to us a little bit more about what you do with Jake. Does he come with you a lot? I think you were mentioning you were up at the Cape House. You bring him with you a lot? And
We do take him with us. We have it's actually a lake house up in New Hampshire, and Yes, we
He
take
gets
Jake
to
a lot.
swim
Oh, he gets
and-
to swim. We have mountains in the back, and we hike with him.
And he does these long hikes and everything?
Oh, he loves
Yeah.
them. He just hiked Mount Lafayette. It's,
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, that's like a
Yes,
big one,
that's
right?
a big one.
Oh, my
And he
goodness.
was ready to go again the next day.
Right,
so.
right. And how old
Yeah.
is Jake now?
Jake is 6.5.
Oh, boy,
Years
he's
old.
6.5. But my dog's age, too.
Oh, yeah, they're good buds.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's just wonderful. It's nice to just keep them active and healthy.
Yeah. And so does everybody in your family really kind of share in the responsibilities of Jake, or is it really more fall on you?
Again, that all depends. With my older son home this summer, he's been exceptionally helpful. He'll take Jake on mountain biking excursions and
Oh,
hikes
boy.
and swims, so he's been very helpful. I think when school starts again, and my other son is helpful as well, but once school starts with the band program and everything, it's just too time consuming.
Yeah.
And
your
anybody else.
husband,
And my
does he-
husband is working all the time,
Time.
and when he comes home, and he has the yard work to do and
Right.
such. But he's really good about walking with Jake as well. It's
Yeah.
like I say, it's a win-win situation for everybody. We all need the exercise,
Right, right.
and
Right.
you just go out and do it, and then you both come back happy.
Right, I know. Now, does Jake stay off leash at the house, or do you sort of tend to keep him on leash all the time?
On leash
huh?
around outside
In the
in the
neighborhood,
yard,
yeah.
yes, in the neighborhood, but on our hikes in reservations and parks, it's off leash.
yeah.
We just let him run.
Right. And so when Leashrly Life is helping out, are we doing the off-leash hikes with him? Or I think we tend to mix them up, but he's been on the off-leash hikes too.
For the most part, it's the
yeah,
off-leash
yeah.
hikes.
Because it's so much nicer for the dogs. They just get so much more exercise, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, they get to explore, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
more fun for
And
them.
play tug of war with sticks.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Obviously, not everybody can do that, but you know, we only do that with dogs that we know we can trust off leash, and you know, owners are able to tell us that you know he's going to be fine. He's
Exactly.
not going to leave or take off or anything like that.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
But it's really great to be able to do that with the dogs, and it's really more fun for us too. You know.
Oh,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, is there anything else that you would like to share with the folks that are watching?
I just highly recommend services like this just to make your life easier and happier, and it creates a nice calming environment at home. Your dog will be well taken care of. I guarantee it. I can't speak any more highly.
Right.
Really, it's and the people on the staff are just warm and friendly and loving, and I
Right.
just know that I wouldn't want anything less for my dog.
Oh, that's great. And I think we have Terry that generally
Terry
takes
is yes,
Jake.
yes,
Right? Oh, that's great.
yes,
So.
and oh yes, we would just have Terry just move right in with us. She's part of our family.
Well, we appreciate you coming here and talking about this, and I'm so glad that Jake was here, and thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
And what's next for you for the rest of the day? You guys going to be doing a hike, or did you already have his hike?
He
today?
already had his hike today. There's a concert occurring at Fenway Park. So,
Oh, right.
Gonna
So he's-
put on the cowboy boots and head over.
Oh, that's great.
And he's gonna head up to the lake and go for a swim.
Oh, good for him. Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
You're
and,
welcome, Angela.
Thank you,
Thanks
Jake.
for having
Yeah.
us.
Jake, you're going to give me your paw? Come on, give me your paw. Huh? You give me your
He
paw?
wants a full body hug.
Oh, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. Yes, it is.